Roland Martin.
You probably say, come on, give me a break.
This morning, Roland Martin is in our Dallas Red Velvet Cake Studios. What you doing in
Dallas? University of North Texas, Dallas. They have their, of course, all-boys leadership academy. And I am the featured. It's a conversation with Roland Martin tonight, 6 to 8 o'clock. And tickets are $150. And so it's a fundraiser to benefit the Young Men Leadership Academy. And so looking forward to that. And so I'm going to drop by the school and see them cats in a bit. And yes, I know. I almost phoned it in, though. I was like, this bed feels pretty good.
Are you going to roll all through Dallas today wearing your Houston gear?
Oh, hell yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom, I got
taken it off since last weekend?
I got my Houston Rockets stuff. No, first of all.
It's Rockets now. It was Astros this past week.
Well, we are defending World Series champions, and so my Rockets, we got.
You don't have to thank me.
My Rockets, we got the, of course, best record in the NBA, and so yes, I got all Houston gear. Yes, in Dallas.
He ain't scared.
Proud of that, huh?
Don't care.
He ain't scared at
Don't
all.
care. Lakers fans and all LA fans, just be quiet. So your Dodgers, Clippers, and your Lakers just don't even talk.
Wow.
Well, I don't care about the Clippers.
And that's what they say about the Lakers as well. All right, folks. So we've talked a lot about voter suppression and these fraudulent voter fraud claims by Donald Trump and all of his minions. Well, the folks in Tarrant County, where Fort Worth Party, Texas is, just lost their mind. There's a sister there, Crystal Mason, who had served time and in prison, and sister had a job and things going well. Well, she voted. She said she mistakenly voted. They decided to say, no, baby, that's voter fraud, and sentenced her to 5 years in prison. Now, that little affluenza boy killed several people.
Seriously.
And got probation. And so joining us this morning is Crystal Mason and her attorney, Kim Cole. So Crystal, exactly what happened? What election were you voting in? What was it, the 2016 presidential election?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so what? You go to the polls, and so what happens?
I just went to the church. I got off work, and I went to the church, and I went up there, and I asked. I went up there to vote, and he looked on the list, and he said my name wasn't there, and I was like, I've been here. I've been living here since '08, so I'm not on the list. And he's like, no, and I was like, okay. And then he said, well, you can do a provisional form. And I was like, a provisional form, what's that?
A provisional ballot that allows you to vote, and they go back and double-check your voter status, and if it's legitimate, it's included. If not, it's not included.
Got it. Well, he had explained it to me. He said, if you're at the right location, it accounts. And if you're not, then it won't. I said, oh, okay, then. So I went and I sat at this table with this woman, and I filled out the form. She said, make sure everything is correct on your driver's license. Mm-hmm. Make sure everything matches your driver's license. I'm like, okay. So she was walking me through. I'm listening to her talk, and I was filling out everything. And once I got through, she took me to the place where I needed to present my ballot. And she told me that I told her, well, I just want to do a straight ticket. And she showed me, like right here. And I selected it, and I left. And that was it. That's what I assumed. That was it. And then next thing you know, I got a notification that I had a warrant out for my arrest for illegally voting. So when the lady arrested me, she was like, I'm arresting you for illegally voting. I was like, no, ma'am, I didn't illegally vote. I used my name.
You actually got arrested?
I did.
Wow.
I did.
Where is this?
In Fort Worth.
Yes.
Really?
So and so the deal is you had served time in jail because helping folks get additional money from like income tax and stuff along those lines.
What I did was, it's called conspiracy to defraud the government, and they said it was inflating and deflating returns. Helping my clients get more money back, or stopping my clients from owing.
You served how long?
I did 2 years and 10 months.
In federal prison?
And yes.
Okay, so here you serve 2 years and 10 months in federal prison for that particular crime. You get out and you getting your life straight. You got a job, and you got all those different things. And all of a sudden, this happens. Then now, was there a trial?
I did. My attorney at the time suggested that. Remember, I'm on federal probation as well.
Okay.
Right.
So they came with me like 8 years, and like no, then I think 10 years.
Oh, stop. They offered 8 years in prison for illegal voting.
Then they offered, then it went to like 10 years probation.
What?
And I was like, I had no idea that I couldn't vote. And this is what's going on. Remember, I'm in the federal system, so that means it's a lot of different states here.
Right.
So they don't hit the topic on voting.
Your probation officer hadn't given you any of those instructions either.
No.
So okay. So was there a trial?
Yes, it was.
There was a trial, and then you found guilty, and the federal judge sentenced you to 5 years in prison. Kim Cole, I got to ask you. She's your attorney now. Kim, have you pulled other cases and where somebody was sentenced to 5 years in prison for legally voting?
Yes, there are a couple of cases. As a matter of fact, in Tarrant County, another woman was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Keep in mind here, and for people who aren't familiar with this part of the country, Dallas is a bit more liberal. Fort Worth is in Tarrant County. Tarrant County is proud to be considered the quote-unquote reddest county, the reddest urban county in the country.
Got it.
And there was another woman who was sentenced to jail time. She was Hispanic.
Right. And she's also going to get deported. Yeah, that happened. That happened last year.
She was deported.
So Kim, so what are your first of all, what are your options here? Because obviously, I've seen the news conferences. What are your options to keep Crystal out of prison because she's lost her job?
Yes, she's lost her job. She has 4 children, and she takes care of a couple of her grandchildren, and so now she has no way to earn a living. And obviously, her face has been plastered all over the media as the face of voter fraud.
So can this be overturned? Can this be? Right. I mean, what's the outcome?
Right. She will be filing an appeal, and we are going to diligently pursue an appeal, and in all hopes that they will review this and
this is ridiculous.
Assure that justice is served in this matter. One of the key things about
real quick, Kim, real quick. Real quick, go ahead.
One of the key things about the crime that she was charged with is knowledge that she was doing what she was doing was illegal. And Crystal has.
And she said she had no knowledge of that.
She had absolutely. She did not intentionally commit a crime.
Taxpayers' time are going to spend a crazy amount of money to house her in prison for 5 years for casting a provisional ballot. That, to me, is absolutely crazy.
That's insane.
Crystal Mason, good luck. We'll be praying for you. Kim Cole, thank you very much as well.